manager of Freedom Social Projects, actually based just up the road in Barnstable in North Devon. This evening, our pitch this evening is about transforming lives. It's basically what the whole organisation is about. From whatever we're doing, it's about impacting people, touching them, meeting them where they're at, but actually looking about seeing how we can transform, bring about change in their lives, really. Maybe more specifically this evening, I've said transforming lives often starts by feeding a hungry stomach. And actually the pitch this evening that we want to make is actually to ask you to contribute to our food cost, which is something is fundamental to our day centre service, to all the other things that you're going to hear about, but is typically we receive no funding for. And I think basically we can serve a vulnerable person a 3-course meal for 50 pence. Food is something that is really important to all of us, but these guys wouldn't have that meal without the services of the Freedom Centre. I want to introduce you to Chris. When I first met Chris, he was homeless, he was a heroin addict, and he was unemployed. This is Chris now. He's living drug-free, he's not been married, and he's in full-time work. This is the reality. When I say transforming lives, that's the kind of difference that the project is making in people's lives. Chris is one story, and then many, many stories just like Chris. So the problems we're addressing, the things that the people that present to us and come through our doors, these are the things that are affecting their lives. We have homelessness, substance use, poverty. You know, that's just a small list there. That could go on. Mental health isn't one that's up there. But I think probably about 60% of those that come through our doors are affected by mental health issues. You might think, Barnstable, I had this conversation beforehand, Barnstable, it doesn't strike me as an area that has a homelessness problem. It doesn't typically present like maybe an urban area or inner city area. This was actually the home of a young married couple in North Devon for 18 months. Imagine how they were cooking their meals, how they were living. Unfortunately, this was someone who came into the centre one day to say, my home has been trashed. They went to their site where they had a tent pitched. This was all their earthly belongings. The average life expectancy of a homeless person, I think in the last couple of years we've seen 15 of the people that come through our doors die. And actually a number of those didn't actually make that age. And this is here in Barnstable, this is here in, it was in Devon. So what are we doing? What do we provide? These are a small selection of the services that we have on offer. We have an open access day centre. We also provide night shelter facilities in the winter when it gets really cold. A range of training and education schemes. The free daily hot nutritious meal. But basically what you'll see there is this is about meeting people at their kind of felt need, whatever that is. So as part of the day centre, if they're hungry, they can have a meal. If they need to change clothes, they can have a change of clothes. If they need a shower, they can come in and have a shower. So it meets that felt need first. By doing that, relationships of trust are developed, and actually then, with all the other things that are going on, there's progression steps that people can progress and actually move forward and get involved in some of the training and education schemes and back into work. So what are some of the hard outcomes then? Sorry, this is looking at some statistics, sorry. Last year, 1,400 people were helped by the services of the centre. Those 1,400 people came through our doors nearly 15,000 times. 12,500 free hot meals. And this one's quite staggering, 30,000 different interventions of help and support. So what about some firm outcomes? 200 people moved into accommodation. It's 200 people that would have been living on the streets had it not been for the support of the centre and actually being able to access accommodation and move off the streets. 121 people there in some form of training or education. 43 into full-time work, or full-time or part-time work. A couple of slides to show in the centre. This is typically just a few of the guys having a meal. A real sense of community and friendliness within the centre there. Interestingly, one of these guys was a heroin addict for 12 years. The other was an alcoholic for 20 years. The other gentleman set rough on a tiger trail in North Devon for 2 years. This is a picture of them studying their NVQs in catering, which is just amazing. It's almost like transforming lives. This is the difference. You know, all of these guys came in, the first point of engagement was having a meal. Again, we run gym sessions and training and education within the gym, and a number of clients just passed their fitness qualifications in that. Picking out a few quotes here. If it wasn't for freedom, I'd still be living in my car. I don't think I'd be alive today. Freedom has saved my life. There's other testimonials at the side there if you want to have a look at just what clients have said about the centre. So going back to Chris, it was actually the meal that was the first point of engagement for Chris. That was the reason that he came through the doors. 62% of those that we questioned when we did a survey said they had one meal a day, and that was the meal that they had with us. And so today, you know, if you feel that this has kind of touched you in any way, a £75 gift will provide food for 150